It's the end of the day at Oak Ridge Secondary School, but instead of heading to practices, meetings, or rehearsals, students like Helen Kim are headed home. Helen's grade 11 year has been disrupted by the dispute between Ontario's teachers and the government. The province introduced legislation to impose contracts on teachers in September, and teachers began a boycott of extracurricular activities before the Christmas break.
Well, I used to stay at school till 4 or 5, but then now that all the extracurricular activities are gone, everyone just leaves right when the bell rings.
Helen says she has lost an important part of her high school experience. She misses choir most of all. She feels students have been caught in the middle. Outside of school, Helen is making the best of her situation.
Now that I can't sing at school, I have to kind of find my own song at home.
Instead of school choir, she practices songs on her own and posts videos of her performances online. But for her, choir was about more than just the music. She says extracurricular activities helped her meet new people and made her feel involved in her school community. After clubs were canceled, Helen felt helpless. Students were the ones being affected, but their voice wasn't being heard. So once again, she took to YouTube, this time to talk about the teachers' dispute.
Bill 115. I made this video to show people that whatever they're hearing might not be entirely true, and that although it's the same story, everything always has different sides to it.
Helen isn't the only student speaking out about the issue. In the wake of losing after-school activities, students from Oakville formed the Ontario Organization of Secondary Students. Since then, youth from across the province, including one here at London Central Secondary, have joined them to empower the student voice throughout this dispute and beyond. Kiyoaki Omori was heavily involved in clubs and teams at Central. Frustrated by losing his after-school routine, he joined the OOSS to make his views known. As part of the organization, he met with union leaders and the former education minister. Kiyoaki is thrilled to hear that clubs and sports might start up again.
I feel so much better right now to know that everything's back and running, and I'm just really hoping that a lot of my teachers are just aching to resume their activities.
Despite this good news, Kiyoaki says the OOSS still has work to do.
We want to look into the future and make sure this situation of a work to rule where a dispute between the union and government does not affect the students again.
Helen also wishes students could do more so that this doesn't happen again. If clubs return to her school, she says things will be different.
I would probably also remember how important extracurricular growth really is in my life, and I'll probably appreciate each moment.
These days, Helen watches videos from her last choir practice to remember what she's missing. With word that teachers can return to leading after-school activities, Helen hopes her choir practices will begin again soon. But for at least the next few days, she is left to wait and see if things will get back to normal.
Okay. Wishing and hoping and thinking and praying.
But not dancing.
For Western News, I'm Tyler Buist.